They don't want to support you, and they don't want to see you support yourself. They don't want to help you, and they don't want to see you help yourself. You have no problem showing love. In fact, you go out of your way when you know you could be chilling. You are always genuinely happy for people when you see them succeed. You make them feel appreciated. But when it comes to you, you getting mean mugs. When it comes to you, you got to be the one clapping for yourself. When you look around, you see people mean mugging you and you wondering, but what did I do to you? What did I do to deserve all of this hate? Welcome to the Chosen's Path. My dear brothers and sisters, I am your host, the common denominator. We're going to get to talk about it. My dear brothers and sisters, you see, in life, there is so much that we have to learn. We are not sent to come and be up in here to embody all the projections that people project at us. We must take it upon ourselves to understand and transcend. Humans are humans. Humans embody so many different layers. If we don't take it upon ourselves to understand our own emotional field, then we will always find ourselves fluctuating within the realm of feelings. And this is very unhealthy, because if you don't get to master the emotions, that energy in motion would master you. You know that your intentions are always good. You know that your heart is in a good place. You know that you are doing everything to maintain good, positive vibration. And you are wondering, why is it that when you step out into the world and you project good energy upon individuals, somehow, some way, you do not always get the same energy reciprocated? You might run into somebody and you think that you are establishing a good, solid connection with this individual. And then all of a sudden, they would just ghost you, right? Or they would just start responding in ways that would make you wonder, what was it that I possibly said that got you upset? And you might internalize it and take it very, very personal. And this could shift you into a certain space where you don't feel loved, where you don't feel appreciated, where you feel like everybody in the world is cold or everybody's getting cold. My dear brothers and sisters, we are aware that the scriptures did mention that we are going to get into days where humans are going to shift from soul and focus their attention much more on the material aspect. In Hinduism, they call it the age of Kali Yuga. You are with me right now on the Chosen's Path for a reason. You keep coming back for a reason, because here we are in sync with that which is organic, and we are not shifting out of it for anyone. We are grateful that we have this platform. We have YouTube, that we can maintain vibration, we can maintain energy. And I would like to highly encourage y'all who might be wanting to connect with other organic individuals to subscribe to myspiritualfriendinneed.com. Just in case anything happens with this YouTube channel, you know you could still vibe with other individuals who are truly sharing in that organic space, where it is not just watching somebody talk, but it is truly being able to connect, interrelate, and share information. We are living in some very, very interesting times, and it is very, very important to have a trustworthy base that you can stay connected to, because we don't know how long we're going to be able to have access to YouTube. We know there's a whole lot of censorship going on right now, but let's stay on track. I want to connect with y'all on this because I want you to understand that you have to take it upon yourself to understand your emotional field. That's if you are not already on that journey of understanding your emotions. Try not to understand others much, but try first to understand yourself. Because when you truly get to understand yourself, it is much more easier to understand others as well. It is not to say that you will not be offended when people come at you wrong. It is not to say you will not be offended when you realize that people are intentionally trying to overlook you or downplay you, but you are in a mental space of, you know who you are, you know your intentions are always for the good, and you know you are always going to be genuinely happy for others, whether they are happy for you or not. And once you are in that space, you will always find yourself being able to transcend circumstances that might come at you, energies and emotions that are being projected at you. You will truly be able to maneuver through it with ease, my dear brothers and sisters. That is life. We have to realize that there is so much to learn. We don't have to get caught up in the realm of feelings where we would sit somewhere and just feel like nobody cares about us, where we feel like nobody loves us, or where we feel like we are super isolated and we truly cannot get to experience this connection with others. We have to take it upon ourselves to experience the fullness of what this being really is. The manifestation of your physical form, there's so much to learn from it. That is why it is good to read. But there comes a point where you have to set the books down and actually get to learn more about the vessel that you are, right? There is so much going on with this that you would get to appreciate more of your existence every single second that you're breathing, that you will not really even have much time to be worried about people who are projecting bad vibes upon you. It will really just, flush right over you. You are not going to be affected. But when you are so consumed in wanting to experience the emotional aspect, then you might find yourself really getting caught up. It is good to understand it. A lot of people tend to look at those who really understand emotions thinking that they are cold-hearted people. But it is when you get to go through certain feelings over and over, especially when we're talking about like heartbreak, when you go through feelings of disappointment and stuff like that, you start to realize that you really have to master your emotions, that energy in motion, because you don't want to keep on being fluxed through this emotional state. And once you master it, it's not like you become a cold-hearted individual. It's just you understand it well enough to not let it bother you much. You just understand it as part of the journey of life. We are living in times when relationships don't last long at all. Somebody will connect with you. The next hour, they're talking to somebody else that's much more entertaining. That's much more interesting, right? And it's nothing personal. If you are still caught up in, what is really going on? Why is it that I projected all of this and I'm not getting that reciprocated? You're going to be missing out on some of the other great encounters that you could possibly, stumble across, or even just, like I said, learning from within self. Because that's the thing, when you start to learn more about yourself and others are not doing that, try the best you can to not be so caught up with the ego aspect. That way you start feeling like you are better than others because you're learning this, and that. But realize, as in, the more you learn about yourself, it makes it easier for you to understand others as well. So if you find yourself isolated, You use that time to learn more about yourself. That way, when you're really ready to connect with others, you're not letting that flush of emotions that's hitting you just get right into you, and then now it's affecting the heart region. You don't need to allow energies interfere with your internal climate. My dear brothers and sisters, I just wanted to connect with y'all today, letting you know that the Most High is very, very proud of you, that you made it to the next hour and you are still optimistic about tomorrow. You're doing what you have to do today to secure a better tomorrow. You have to clap for yourself. You have to be proud of yourself, because to even just get out of bed these days, to make it into the next day is such an amazing accomplishment. So don't beat yourself down much. You are doing your very best, and your best is good enough. Even if not for anybody else, at least for you. So let's go ahead and cap it at that. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank y'all so much for listening. I do my very best to make sure I stay connected with y'all. May we all stay blessed in these days and these times that we are in. May y'all stay safe. Until next time, peace.